Make sure they're together and make sure they're pulled back. There you go. And the reason for that is that right now, I'm telling your muscles that you're running at a very, very high velocity in perfect position. If your knees or feet are apart, then they're getting a wrong information. So in this position, I'm telling your muscles with this external brain over here that all these muscles are working correctly. Even though they're not, it's telling them that it is. What I'm doing basically is I'm raising with this protocol what's called your central integrated state. Okay, 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to test you again, and we're going to have you raise your leg with an arch in your back, and we'll see if we see any difference. Okay, arch your back. Not quite that much, but I think you're a tad bit stronger. Just arch your back just slightly.
Okay.
And you resist. See how strong you are? Where before I just easily pushed you down, now I can't easily push you down. So the muscles are now receptive to the information.
It actually, when you push down, it doesn't feel... When you push down before, it felt like I had zero muscle, which I'm sure I don't over the years, right? It actually, when you do it, it feels like I'm... It actually feels like I've have some... I've been doing some sit-ups.
Let me give you an example. If you're a spark plug, and the spark plug is gapped incorrectly, does it fire the gasoline?
No.
Your spark plugs are gapped incorrectly. That's why you're not firing those muscles. Right now, you're firing those muscles. So now that first step is done. Now we're going to go and find out exactly where the problem is coming from. We already know where it ended. It ended in your stomach. But let's find out where it's coming from. Okay? Now I'm going to turn this up to where I can read your body. And you'll probably feel it coming in.
Do I keep my... I do now. Yep. Oh.
Scale of 1 to 10, what do you feel?
Probably 5 or 6. I'm sure it could be worse, but it was kind of startled me that it's right there.
When's the last time you felt your muscles contract? 18 years ago?
I guess I've never thought about it.
Your muscles. Did you see that muscle contraction you just had?
One,
yeah, that one right there.
Startled.
That's probably the first time you contracted that muscle for 18 years.
That's why I said 5 to 6. I'm sure it's worse, but it was the startling of...
Just relax. Right now, you're doing the equivalent of 250 sit-ups a second. Breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose. Now, as I move this over here, tell me if it increases. Obviously, it did. Would that increase?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me turn this down a little bit. I want to go over to here, and I want to see if this is an increase. That is a lot more. Okay, so we've identified that this muscle, which is called your iliopsoas, the one we worked on, isn't been working for quite some time. Now, I'm going to put this right here, because normally pressure over here doesn't bother you at all, right?
Correct.
Just here. Okay. Did the pressure with my hand on there bother you? No.
No.
Why? Because I was firing the muscles. Think of muscle as a shock absorber. These muscles couldn't absorb anything if your life depended on it. The second I put this current in there, they can start absorbing force. So consequently, pressure is not going to be a problem. Does that make any sense at all?
Kind of. I'm trying to process it all right now.
If I would have you do like a crunch, that would hurt.
A lot.
A lot. The very first one.
Correct. And I don't think I'd make it through 10 of them.
Okay. But the first one would hurt.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay. Very good. All right. So I'm going to bring this up very gently. What I want you to do is a crunch.
Okay, I'm not feeling anything.
I understand. Just do a crunch.
Is it I'm not sure. I remember what it is. A crunch where my arms and my legs go up at the same time.
Nope, just kind
I
of.
mean, like a sit up.
Just kind of partial sit up. I'll tell you when to stop. Stop. Go back down. What'd you feel?
Can I try it again? I don't think I felt anything.
You damn sure didn't feel anything. Just do it again. The camera doesn't lie. Okay, lay back down. I know it's hard to believe. Okay. When you did that, what's the thing that went through your brain? I don't feel anything.
My first thought was the pain's coming. It's going to be coming immediately, and then
It didn't.
it didn't.
Okay. And that's the first time in 18 years.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm doing is I'm stimulating your iliopsoas muscle. Your iliopsoas starts here and ends here, and it's a big, huge muscle that rolls all the way around like that. That's what gives you the flexion and the ability to raise your legs up and things like that. Like running would probably bother you. Okay, not anymore, but it would have bothered you. So I'm going to bring the power up a little bit after I document this. Jay's going to be so excited to hear this. Now, understand you're doing the equivalent of 200 sit-ups a second right now, and you've been doing it now for 5 minutes. That's 30,000 contractions per minute for the last 5 minutes. That's how many contractions you're doing without moving.
Am I supposed to be feeling something?
No.
Because I don't.
You will shortly. Here we go.
Okay, I'm just started to feel it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start right there. Now, do 5 reps. A little bit higher. I love it. Now do a full sit-up. Just come straight up.
Can I put my knees up?
Yeah.
Never done one.
Stop. What'd you feel?
Right in here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I forgot how to do it.
Okay. Notice that the pressure you're putting with your hands normally would hurt you. Is that correct?
Correct.
And when you strained to get the sit-up, you were really putting pressure with the hands. No pain.
0.
I love it. Okay, let's have you stand up. We're done. Now, you're going to have to eat lots of protein.
You're farther ahead of this than I am. I'm trying to process it all right now.
It's hard to.
I'm behind you on the curve on trying to figure out what's happening right now.
Stand up. All that I did is, let me give you an example. If I went over to your house today and I turned off the main power in your house, and you came home at night and you tried to put light bulbs in, would you be successful? The answer is no. I turned your main power on, and now the light bulbs work. Touch your stomach. What's that feel like?
Kind of bushy. I don't have a lot of muscle right there, but other than...
That's the issue. You have not been able, for 18 years, you have not been able to absorb force in your abdominal muscles because none of these muscles were working correctly. None of them. None. Zero. Zip. Now they're working. Now, doesn't mean that they're going to continue to work until, as we go through this process, we're just going to get them stronger and stronger and stronger, and then the problem will be completely gone. And then we'll get you a 6-pack.
Is this where do I give you a hug now? Or can
No.
we don't do that yet? We wait till the final...